Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about sulfanilamide tragedy and IRB. So first one is the sulfanilamide tragedy. The sulfanilamide tragedy, also spelled as a sulfanilamide, was a devastating incident that occurred in the United States in 1937 and had far-reaching the implication for the pharmaceutical regulation and the drug safety. In 1930s, sulfanilamide was a antibiotic that showed promising in treating bacterial infection. In an attempt to create a liquid form of the drug that would be easier for the patient to consume, the S.E. Masgill's company developed elixir sulfanilamide. However, instead of using a safe solvent, they dissolved the sulfanilamide in a diethyl glycol, a toxic and harmful chemical compound. Then shortly after the medication release, patient who had consumed elixir sulfanilamide began experiencing severe medication release. Patient who had consumed elixir sulfanilamide began experiencing severe illness and death. The diethylene glycol used as a solvent proved highly toxic, causing kidney failure and other life-threatening complications. Reports of the death and illness started to spread, and it became evident that the medication was responsible. The next one is the public outrage and investigation. The widespread tragedy led to public outrage and calls for accountability. The US government took action to investigate the incidents. As a result, it was discovered the S.E. Massengill company had not conducted any safety testing before marketing the product. The company had essentially bypassed any ethical or scientific evaluation of the drug safety. Next is the implications and outcomes. The sulfanilamide tragedy had a significant outcome and implication. In that, first one is a regulatory changes. The public outcry and high death toll spurred Congress to enact the Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act in 1938. This legislation, which established the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, that is FDA, require pharmaceutical companies to conduct safety testing and provide evidence of a drug safety before marketing it to the public. Next is the drug safety standard. The tragedy emphasized the importance of the safety and set a precedent for the rigorous testing and evaluation of the new medication before they could be approved for use. Next is the pharmaceutical industry reform. The incidents brought attention to the need of ethical and scientific consideration in the pharmaceutical industry. It promoting the companies to take greater responsibility for the safety of their product. Next is the public awareness. The sulfanilamide tragedy raised public awareness about the potential dangers of unregulated medication and importance of the government order. The sulfanilamide tragedy of 1937 served as a cautionary tale about the consequences of inadequate safety testing and the need for the robust pharmaceutical regulation. The tragic loss of life and subsequent changes in the legislation helped to shape modern drug safety protocol and establish a foundation for protecting public health through proper drug evaluation and the regulation. That's all about the sulfanilamide tragedy. So next topic is the IRB, that is Institutional Review Board. Institutional Review Board plays a critical role in the ethical oversight of research involving human participants. So let's start with the definition of the IRB. An institutional review board, also known as an independent ethical committee or research ethical board in some regions, in an administrative body established to protect the rights, welfare and well-being of the human participant involving in the research study. IRB ensure that research involving human subject is conducted in an ethical and responsible manner. So next is the functions and responsibilities of the IRB. In that, first one is the ethical review. IRB review research protocol to assess the ethical and scientific merit of the study. They evaluate the risk and benefit to the participant and determine whether the study design, procedure and informed consent process meet ethical standard. Next one is the informed consent. IRB ensure that participants are provided with comprehensive and understandable information about the research study, including their potential risk and benefits. They ensure that the participant provide voluntary, informed and documented consent participant. Next is the risk assessment. IRB evaluate the potential risk associated with the participant in the research and ensure the adequate measures are in the place to minimize these risks. Next is participant privacy and confidentiality. IRB assess how researchers plan to protect participant privacy and maintain the confidentiality of their personal and medical information. Next is a conflict of interest. IRB monitor for any conflict of interest that researcher, institution or sponsor might have that could affect the study design, conduct or outcome. Next one is the continuing review. For long-term study, IRB conduct periodic reviews to ensure that the study continue to meet ethical standard and that participant right and welfare are safeguarded. Next is the protocol changes. If changes are proposed to the research protocol after approval, researcher must seek IRB approval for these changes before implementing them. Next is the reporting adverse event. IRB require researcher to promptly report any adverse event or unanticipated problem that could impact participant safety or well-being. Next is the composition of the IRB. IRB are typically composed of diverse group of individuals including researcher, clinician, ethicists, legal expert and community member. This composition ensure comprehensive evaluation of the research from the various perspectives. Types of the research review. IRB review a wide range of research study involving human participant including medical trial, social science study, psychological research, educational research and more. Next is the regulation and guidelines. IRB operate under regulation and guidelines set by national and international bodies such as the US Department of the Health and Human Services and the World Medical Association Declaration of Helsinki. This regulation ensure that research involving human participants adhere to the ethical principle and standard. In essence, IRB plays a vital role in ensuring the research involving human participants is conducted ethically, transparently, and with almost consideration for the participant right, welfare, and safety. That's all about the IRB and sulfanilamide tragedy. Thank you.